Ken was a really good athlete. For a guy, before he went in the Olympics, and he was the first guy to press 500 pounds over his head. Are there any questions out there that anybody has about anything?
Oh, yeah. I started a few of them already. So, oh, yeah, I did. We'll start with that Eddie Prather one here, who's a loyal listener. We were talking about like who caught on really quickly. You were mentioning that whole class with Vern that you were in as well. Eddie asked about how about Ken Patera? Did he catch on pretty quick?
Oh, yeah, Ken did. Yeah, that whole group.
Yeah.
Within 2 years, most of them were champions somewhere.
Yeah.
Ken got a big push up in New York.
Yep.
And he worked with Bruno.
Right.
And everywhere else he went, he did really well in Charlotte.
Yeah.
He did it wherever he went. But, Ken was a really good athlete. For a guy, before he went in the Olympics, and he was the first guy to press 500 pounds over his head.
Yeah.
And he won the gold medal. Vern sponsored him because he wanted to wrestle.
Yeah.
And how he got hooked up with my dad was his brother was one of the Viking coaches.
Oh.
And Vern was real close with Bud Grant, and he went to school with him and all the coaches there. And they said, this guy Patera, my brother Ken, would, going to go for the Olympics, and he'd like to wrestle afterwards.
Yeah.
So Vern sponsored him for the Olympics, and Ken was about 320, 330. So we went over there to watch him. And when he got in, he was going to psych out Medved, the big Russian guy, which guy, a really strong guy. So Patera gets out there, and he was the first guy to really press 500 pounds over his head. So they have three lifts they got.
Mm-hmm.
So Ken goes out for the first one, and he passes on it. So that's like a miss.
Oh, okay.
He's going to psych out the Russian.
Yes.
So the second one comes up, he passes. And they're adding weight each time.
Greg, when you do that, does that dock you? Does that dock you?
Yeah.
They dock.
Yeah, 3 misses and you're done.
Wow. Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. So now he comes to the third one, and he's going to do the 500 pounds, and he hadn't done anything before it, and he misses it.
Oh, Ken, no.
He did one over 500 pounds and won the thing.
Oh,
my dad was so hot at him. All that time and all that training. And then the night before, he'd gone out in Munich and hooked up with some gal there, and he was at the bar all night long. So then he comes, and I don't know if he was still drunk, but he passed. Everybody's going, what are you doing? He thinks he's psyching the Russian out. Oh, God, Vern was hot. So he came back then when he got into the camp, he came in at 340. And I think when he came out, he was almost 280, 285.
Wow.